Hello. Check, check. It's me. It's the boy. It's the kite. All right. I saw your message, Daniel. I saw your message. Only doesn't stream on weekends except when shorts are in favor. Well, listen here, buddy. That's not the only reason why I'm going streaming. Dude, we missed Friday. All right. I told everybody on the Telegram, hey, I got errands to run. I can't stream today. I'll either get on late tonight, which was yesterday, or I'll get on Saturday. I stay true to my word. What's up? How you doing? It's me. It's the boy. And of course I'm short. Why would I not be? All right. So let's go ahead and hop over. Just had to get that out of the way. Daniel, little Daniel boy. All right. How you guys doing? Happy Saturday, almost Easter. I got big plans tomorrow. I got to go to my grandma's, have a crazy day with all the little cousins, and go crazy. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. So right now I am short from 2,126. All right. And then this was one of my first take profit points. So I hedged long there. And then I am hoping to see a pullback down to at least 1919. I'm going to start longing that region because that is our first major local low. You can see that this little wave up has been broken down into a couple different waves. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to the screen. This is what I posted last night. This is the exact setup. So we had local low, uptrend, sideways trend, but also kind of a downtrend. Anything that breaks a trend, whether it's sideways or whether it's straight downwards price action, that broke the trend. So then we connect these two local lows, uptrend broken, connect that local low, and that creates kind of this little bent line here. All right, and then when we broke that trend, we came back up to retest it. That's where I caught my short. All right, now obviously I have to go based off of horizontals. This is what my call was. When I give you calls, I'm not giving you my exact trade. Yeah, a lot of the times it is my exact trade, but you have to take what I'm saying and see if it fits. All right, I'm not here to do the work for you. You're not here to copy my trades. You are here to see how I am making the trades. All right, now this was the first target point because that is the last local low. We have uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, and then that little B wave would always be the first take profit point. Now, I do think there is a chance that this comes in A, and then we have a little B up to the top, and then maybe another C down to 1887, or maybe just the 1908 range. So I am looking for a take profit around 1921. If I do hit that, I'll come away with $961, which will cover up pretty much all of the losses we've incurred over the past couple of days. Put me in some heavy profit there. Now I am in a little bit of a scalp long. Now I'm only using half of the margin that I am on the short here. Like I said, if I have a main plan, my plan is not to walk away with money all the time. My plan is to lessen losses. So we've taken little tiny long trades all the way throughout this. Obviously this one was a $700 win. We had a $200 short before that. And obviously I would have hedged long that if I was awake. Unfortunately, it is what it is. All right. So we've been trying to make back some of the losses. Now, obviously I'm not revenge trading, not sitting here going 1,000 different ways, left, right, and sideways. We're just trying our best. That's all we can do. So obviously, with this being said, we do still have a little bit of ways to go until I would call this an official top. Like I said, we've kind of called this to a T. Now, I'm not going to take credit because obviously we haven't made the trades. But obviously, if things worked out slightly differently, it would have been a different story. But with this being a 1-2 right here, we have a 1.618 target to the upside of 2,500. Like I said, I'm probably going to start searching for that top somewhere around 2,350 to 2,500. But we do need an A and a B within this in order to get that last C to the upside. Because like I said, within each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, each wave is technically an ABC. Although when you move to the downside, it's always a lot more clear. But when you're moving to the upside, you need an ABC, 4 break, 5 retest to really put that trend in a downwards position. Why do you think there is already a B in the downtrend? Well, if we just look at this, let's go now to the 15-minute. For me, it just doesn't make sense. All right, because we have this right here, boom, and I guess you could say that's a B, but to me, it's just not. All right, we still have this little trend line right here. Once that's broken, that will confirm B, and then we'll move down to a retest C All right. And depending on how this works out, we'll see how it goes. All right. Obviously, could I be wrong? Absolutely. This could be definitely an ABC right here. We're just going to blast off to the upside. All right. But with that being said, I do have a hedge long. Well, you know, like I said, if we do happen to get back up to my stop loss of 2,158, I'll walk away with $343, which on the actual trade itself, if I lose, I'm only going to lose 150. So I'm actually going to make double my stop loss and walk away with some sort of profit. But past that point, I'm going to get out of the long because that's just a hedge long to cover some losses. That's it. But how you guys doing? The better 101? Right now, I wouldn't say it's the best entry for a long. I kind of hopped into a long right before I got on live stream. So if you're mad at me because I didn't post it on the Telegram, dude, I hopped into it literally like 30 seconds before we started the live stream. All right. And then I posted the live stream in the Telegram group. So come watch, see what's up. All right. So right here, like I said, if we do happen to break this support, it would be sideways, and we would go down to at least test this local low right here. And that would be the first point I'll start to long. I would start longing here. If we broke that, I would long here, here. And then, after this first one fails and then this one fails, people are going to be like, oh my God, why are you longing in a bearish market? It's always switching up on me. All right. People, come on. Let's see. Oh, and I also got a better camera. So I kind of looked up my problem online with like the autofocusing, and two things popped up. One, the camera I had didn't have a whole lot of autofocus points and didn't have like the best technology in terms of autofocus. As well as that, it said the lens required a more powerful camera. And then lo and behold, as soon as I got a new camera, I can go anywhere I want, do anything I want. It's always going to be locked on my face. So we love to see it. John, how you doing? What's up, buddy? Happy Saturday. How you doing? Dude, it's been a long day. So yesterday, I went and bought the camera. I went to the first Best Buy. They didn't have it. I had to go drive 25 more minutes, away from my house. So it was like an hour drive back. I sat in the Best Buy for an hour because this Best Buy has like a legitimate camera section. Like it's not just a couple shelves of cameras. It's like a whole dedicated space. So I had to wait for a certain dude that works there in order to kind of guide me through the process, what I'm looking for, all that kind of stuff. So it took me forever to get the camera. And then we finally got back home. And then today, went to the mall, had to go to Best Buy. I got my TV hung up, so now my room is looking good. And I had to go get an extension cable because I did something wrong. And yeah, here we are. It's been a long day. I got a new hoodie. But besides that, everything's pretty good. Looking at Corvettes. Hello, Isaiah. Yeah, when I picked it up, I was like, this is a Kill Bill sweater. This is awesome. And I'll show you the post if you guys, need the proof. All right, last night at 3 a.m., all right, I posted this right here. All right, we'll bring it up. Boom. It's the exact setup that I was just talking about. All right, we have an uptrend broken, uptrend retest. That's where I took my short, and then we went boom. Now, obviously, like I said, I have to kind of line this stuff off of the local highs and local lows just to be safe. Like I said, even though I'm not trading for you guys and I'm trading for myself, I have to be sure that I'm at least saying things that are safe. Because I know there's people that copy every single trade that I take, which is not the purpose, but I know it happens. So I have to kind of be careful with how I word things and all that kind of stuff. Can I explain a hedge long? Like I said, so right now, I'm still looking for us to go down to 1921, but I am in a hedge long, basically meaning that I have an opposite position open. You can see right here, I have a long open and a short open. Now, my long is only using half of the margin that my short is, meaning if we do happen to lose the long trade, I'm not really losing that much money out of my pockets when it comes to the profit on the short. But if we do happen to, get a bounce off of this minor local low and we do go back up and I get stopped out on my short, at least I'm going to walk away with money. And that's the whole purpose of trading, making sure that even though you might not be coming out with a big win when it comes to, hedging, at least you're making sure that you're not walking away with a huge loss, which $150 is not a huge loss, in my opinion. All right, like I said, right now with a $5,000 account, 2.5% is roughly around $150. So we're sitting pretty. Don't ask me what leverage I'm using, man. Because if you ask me what leverage I'm using, that implies that's somehow the safest leverage. It's not a safe. There is no safe leverage. Leverage is not a gambling slider. Right? I pick and choose my leverage based off of what my stop loss is and how much of my account I'm willing to risk. All right, that's how I calculate it. But if you must know, I'm on 17x leverage with a 1.5% stop loss while using 2.5% of my portfolio as risk. Right? All those things are key points in how I came to decide to use 17x leverage. Jonathan, hello. How you doing? At the moment, the only stock that I'm holding is like AMD and Nvidia. I was holding Tesla. I sold Tesla at $800. I sold it one time before that. I found a minor buy-in point, and then I held it again, targeted the 1.618, and we kind of blew past it because, like I said, I really like it's like EOS. EOS, we bought it. I barely look at it right now. On EOS, I have taken a little bit of profits just because of a 1.618 target. And I DCA'd some of those profits back in here, and then if we happen to go further down, I'll DCA some more profits in. But with us kind of getting close to that local low, we just need to get a little bit lower low on the RSI than this point right here. And then once we get back above it, we should be good. So more than likely, we might come back down and retest $4.17, which I would love to see. I would love to put some more money back into it. Like I said, I'm just playing a long-term game. So with Tesla, I bought it, and I did not even look at it. Someone on Livestream literally was like, "Have you seen Tesla? Oh my God." And I was like, "What? Are you joking?" And then I sold it on Livestream. I really don't like looking at long-term holds because the more you look at them, the more stressful it gets. That's why with trading, I just trade Ethereum. People ask me all the time, "Why do you just trade Ethereum?" Well, go try to trade 5 coins at one time and see how your emotional state does, and then come back to me. You'll see why I trade only 1 coin. So determining the size of your stop loss, it's really just eyeballing, right? Because you get to a certain point where it's not like a formula. Right? You just have to make sure that you're giving your stop loss, giving price action, what I like to say, adequate room to move around. All right? Because when these supports and resistances get tested, it's not an exact touch. Sometimes it is, and it's awesome. But more often than not, when these supports and resistances get retested, it's a fight. It's a fight between the bulls and the bears. So it might get pushed one side or the other, or maybe never get to that target at all. So you have to be prepared to have a little bit larger of a stop loss. Now, over the past couple of days, we have been playing around with a 1.5% stop loss. And, I'm happy to say it works out, because if I was using a higher stop loss or maybe even higher risk, this would have been a lot different. We would have gone from 5,000 to probably 3,500. But the lowest we ever saw on the account was something like 4,300. So we're still kind of sitting around that range. And that's the difference. I can take 6, 7 losses in a row. We've had a couple wins mixed in there. And my account hasn't really seen a dent. It's kind of still holding around the same price level. I think with this $400, $500 unrealized profit right now, I think we're sitting around 5K. So that's the difference. I can take many losses and kind of just chill. But when someone else takes 8 losses in a row with bad risk management, they wipe out their entire account. That's the major difference. So that's why I'm sitting here, telling you how I'm trading, the risk management side of things, because although I've been wrong pretty much this last entire week, I make sure that I'm wrong, but I'm not losing big. That's the only thing. And that's the only thing you can do, because we're human. We make mistakes. Crypto revolution. I thought it was the real crypto revolution for a second. I have a couple mods. Frank's, John, Bitbird. When I backtest wave 3s, they almost always come way shorter than the 1.618. Do you notice that? I haven't noticed myself, but I mean, with this wave 3 right here, it was actually longer than the 1.618. So I haven't seen it. Let's take a look at BTC. We'll do some technical analysis. We didn't kind of do our regular schedule. All right, so actually BTC is sitting in a decent position right now. I think last time we were on Livestream, we were actually calling out this local high as a possible place of shorting, because I believe if we go look at the 15-minute, yeah, we were getting higher highs on RSI, but we were getting lower highs on price action. So really good reversal on that one. This would be my first place to long right here. All right. Now, you might say, well, we're probably going down and making that inverse head and shoulders like you were talking about, Austin. But even though that's my idea, you have to kind of play it in succession. Just like how we did with the shorts, you have to take the chances because one of those might work out. Just simple probability. The next place I'll be looking to long would probably be 54,667. Because if we look at this right now, we can see that we are currently having a higher low, but we have a lower low on RSI. That is a bullish divergence. We have a lower low. Let me make that orange. We have a lower low, but we're currently holding above that price level. Now, will that sustain? That's not for me to decide. That's for the market to decide. I'm just making sure. I thought there was like a smudge in my lens. But this would be the first place to long on BTC, in my opinion. Another reason to take a hedge long on Ethereum. And then we took a look at EOS. I kind of explained my theory on this one. Let's see. So this is kind of what I got so far. 1.618 is kind of lining up around that local low. That's why, I DCA'd back in here because that is a local low, and we'll DCA in here because that's a local low, and the 1.618, not the 1.618, but the 0.618. And then we should be set to go to about $10 to $8.45. I'm pretty excited for this, guys. EOS has been killing it the past couple of days. And just the simple fact that we made, 85% in 9 days. I pretty much took profits like right here at $6. So, be able to get, 12% more, right there, 21% more. And then we have another jump to the upside. Take a look at LTC. We'll take a look at ADA as well. All right, so ADA seems to be holding this level quite well. So this was the first level that we were talking about. I said that there could be a possible chance for us to go back down and retest $1.03. But with that being said, I also said, hey, we could also find support off of the $1.15 level, build some bullish divergence, and then see it jump up from there. So right now would be a good possible place to pick up some more ADA, but I wouldn't bank. You never bank all your money on one support. So you always want to spread your money out. So if you got 1,000, just put in, you know, like 500 bucks here, 500 bucks here, however you want to do it. I'm not here to financially advise you. I'm just trying to tell you what I do to make money. But there is that possible chance. But this does look like a lopsided inverse head and shoulders almost. You can see that right there. We got boom, left shoulder, 2 heads. And it's kind of making a little guy right here. Like that. We should see some sort of continuation. Let's check out LTC. Ooh, nice little pullback. So we got an extended 5th right here, and then we had that pullback. So it's come back down to test the 4. So I don't think it's quite done yet, but it could be like what happened with ETH. Because we have an extended 5th, I would probably be looking to long this local low at $1, and not $1, $194, and then this would be my second point to long right here. All right, those would be my 2 points, because those are the 2 closest local lows to the 4, and the 4 is typically around the 0.618 if we check that. Yeah, you can kind of see it's working out with that level right there. So this would be a really good point, $194, and then if we do see $188, that'd also be a good point. And then that would turn into a 1-2 structure like this. 1-2, either here or here. Let's just put it here just in case. All right, and then R3. Now, if we do happen to see that level, we should see the 1.618, 256, and then probably somewhere around like 232, and then probably somewhere around like 291. That's my bet. All right, let's see. A little bit off, 228. And then my 5 needs to go up to 309. All right, so that's what we're seeing on LTC. Not too bad, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. My EOS entry was $3.50. Yes, we did check BTC. Like I said, BTC, we called out this play the other day because obviously with Ethereum, we were looking for an inverse head and shoulders. Bitcoin was kind of looking the same way. This one just seemed to work out better, which I hate to say it, but BTC did line up a little bit better this time. But like I said, right here, this is a good point to long, or right here. All right, don't be afraid to fail. All right, this is a possible place of reversal. You have to treat it as such. So this would be a good place to long, and this would be a good place to long as well. Actually, you know what? Let's put in a. I'm gonna do a live trade for you guys. All right, because this is a kind of a perfect setup in my opinion, and I don't want to miss out on it. So let's go ahead and mark it out. We'll keep BTC as our swing. How about that? All right, so we're gonna long 5. What are we at right now? All right, that's the big question. Let's go to BTC USDT. All right, and we're kind of sitting directly on that local low. All right, so what I want to do is let's do a swing position long. So I'm probably gonna do, let's do 2.5% risk because I'm already doing 2.5% risk on Ethereum. So the maximum that I really want to do is 5%. So let's go ahead and do $600 worth of BTC, and let's do a 2% stop loss instead of a 1.5. So let's go ahead and get the risk reward calculator up. All right, and we got, let's see, with EOS popping off, let's put in 7,000. And then we'll do 20% margin. We'll do 25% risk from margin and 2%. Actually, no, we got to do 12.5. All right, so we got 6x leverage with $1,400 margin. Actually, no, what we're going to do, we're probably going to do 25% still and then just do 10%. There we go. All right, so 13x leverage with a long. And then we're going to do what? $700 margin. Let's do 700. Let's do 1. 1 is 4,000. So 0.5, 0.25, 0.15, 0.16, 0.151, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 0.157. All right. And then the take profit's going to be quite a while away because if this does happen to hold, this would become a 1-2 structure. And then we'll be targeting around $67,000. So let's go ahead and do a 25% stop loss because our stop loss is 25% of margin. And then that would be 2% away. And then take profit would be around, let's do 65,000. All right. So we'll make $1,242 on that trade. Open long. And I like to long when we have gigantic fat red waves, and then short when we have green waves like this. But obviously, sometimes you can come back up, back down, and then then you'll have a little good retracement right there. Like I said, I'm simply doing this just because of the reasoning behind it. Like I said, this might not work out. We have the bullish divergence. It is a local low. It's correlated to the 0.618. As well as that, we could go down and see 54,000. I'll long that as well. I do have some ETH trades going. So I have, let's see, let's go to ETH. I have a hedge long position off of this local low, which we could get stopped out. But I am looking for Ethereum to go back down to around and test 1909. That would be the local low that I'm actually really looking to long. But obviously, I'm going to have the hedge position here just in case. And then we'll see how it works out. What are you talking about? The weekends are the best to short, in my opinion. For whatever reason. I don't know why it works out like that, but it does. CryptoCast, this seems like the beginning of a bot message. You're right, though. You're right, I think. But it does sound like a bot saying that. Let's see what the account's sitting at right now. The account's sitting at $5,149. That's what's up. Get out of here. Get out of here with manipulation. It's not manipulation. We've been calling for this pullback for the last week. Did it happen a little bit later? Of course. I would love for it to happen earlier. We wouldn't have taken so many losses. But the pullback was coming. It was coming the entire time. I just needed to find the right place. And well, like I said, like when we were talking about this, I was describing what could possibly else happen. I was like, we could get a higher high and still come back down. That's 10 to what happened. Obviously right here, I said higher high. But, obviously I have to play it as it happens. There's certain places where I have to go short based on principle. And yes, sometimes it does not work out in my favor. Oh my gosh, it happens all the time. But the difference is, if I keep at it and I play the same way, I keep walking away with more money than I had. That's why I keep doing it. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I've gone through 1,000 different methods of trading. This one is the one that I've found that's, had a lot of success. And it's the easiest on my mental state. It's something simple and easy that I can do every single day. I don't have to worry about what the market's going to do. I just have to worry about what I'm going to do when the market presents opportunities. That way, there's no emotional state attached to the coin itself. And I just play the market. Manipulation doesn't exist, man. Not in the crypto world. Manipulation exists where regulation presents. All right, that's my little motto. Because if there's regulation, there's people that can work around regulation, but other people are held back by it. That's where manipulation can happen. When there's barriers put up, barriers of entry. Crypto world doesn't have barriers of entry. It's not manipulation. It's simply people taking opportunities when they see them. There's a big difference. All right, the whole GameStop thing was manipulation. When you short something over 105% so the company cannot withdraw any funds from stocks, that makes the company fail. You're manipulating the company itself to profit. There's a big difference. This is simply supply and demand. All right. Now, when a billionaire sells off $50 million worth of Bitcoin, is there going to be a dip? Yes. But is that manipulation? No. It's just a person selling their coins. I got a new monitor. I got a 32-inch curved. So that way I'm not using a 1080p screen for my portrait monitor on this side. So that way I have a lot more screen real estate to see chat and all that good stuff. Kill Bill, take a chill pill, Will. So I don't have a short on BTC. I have a short on ETH. But like I said, when it comes to Bitcoin, all right, we have a, how do I want to chart this out? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a very small 5. All right. So I'm looking to long the 4 and the 2. All right. These are the only two places I can long. All right. So I have a long from 56,701. I'm going to be longing 54,508. All right. And let me go ahead and post this real quick on the Telegram for anybody that's not watching the live stream. All right. So boom, boom. And we're going to set this up like this. We got boom, boom. 2%. 2%. And we would be looking for probably about 65. Nah, we'll do 66. 66 is a little bit. I was just kind of estimating in my head. I didn't realize how far away 65 was from the target. All right, so 10.1, 8.1, that's fine. We'll go with that. I think we're about to get stopped out of the hedge long on ETH. And then I'll mark out a 1-2 structure. Hopefully people can still see that. No. I'll leave it like that. All right, and then 66 would be the take profit. Price label. I try to make everything look nice and pretty, easily digestible. Boom, boom. And then let's see. Let's mark out. All right, so we have boom, boom. And then this one would be boom, boom. If you guys are in the Telegram group, this is how I kind of do this. I chart out the risk reward ratio. I chart out the price points. And then these little orange lines, I always have the orange lines connecting to the divergences. All right, so whenever you see orange lines, those are divergences. And sometimes I change it up, not going to lie. But this would be like this. So as long as we are above this level, that divergence is active. So I'm just going to leave it there. Now we'll attach it to price. And then there we go. Thank you. I fixed it. I think I fixed it at a good time. And then we'll go ahead and throw, Zoom, no. There we go. We'll throw it in the Telegram group. No, I didn't even take a picture of it. Trying to get that in there as best as possible. I'm very sorry. I debated whether or not I should restart it before the live stream, and I did not, and that was a mistake. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so the hedge long did fail, unfortunately. We can see when we went down, all right, we made enough money to pretty much cover the loss of that already. So we're still sitting around 5140. Color coordinating your window with your hoodie? My window? You talking about my background? Hopefully nobody takes offense to that. So we've been predicting this pullback. Well, on Bitcoin, we just purely based it off of pattern and local high. And that one worked out pretty much exactly how we called it. On Ethereum, it was a little bit different. We had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we were only predicting, I believe, somewhere around like 2,000 as a top for the 5. But we did end up getting an extended 5th, which you can't really predict that. But I did, say, hey, we're looking for a larger pullback sometime soon. And then once I saw the opportunity arise, aka from the bottom of the 4th wave, having the uptrend broken and retested, that's when we entered the short. How did I put my MACD on the right like that? So up here in the top right, next to your chart, you have select layout. And then from there, you can select a 3 chart layout. And then you add the MACD to this chart. Make sure that everything is synced. And then double click on the empty space in the MACD. Debating whether or not, because I didn't get the best entry in the world on that hedge long. Debating whether or not to go long again. Tell you what, if we get back above 2004, I'll go long again. Is the music not audible? Let's see. Third wave is not the smallest. It's not based on what you can see. It's based off of the percentages. And this is only about 12%, while this one is, depending on where you measure it from, about 12 to 13. I need a Herman Miller for my back. I'm already one step ahead, man. I believe this is 50. 50 Nick. Rocket Man, thank you very much, man. How do you figure waves? How do I figure waves? Well, you just look at them. So all a wave is a trend broken into another trend. And Paradise, leverage traders wrecked? No, leverage traders are not wrecked. Gamblers are wrecked. I'm a leverage trader. I'm not even close to wrecked. What are you talking about? We're actually doing pretty damn good, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, so a wave, simply put, is a trend broken into another trend. So you have uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, right? So you can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then extended 5th. And then right here, all right, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then, after the 5th wave, you're supposed to have a major drop. And it's not like a major drop in terms of, you're going completely bearish. It's just, it's just a pullback. That's all it is. Reaccumulation. Long goal, long goal, long goal. Thank you so much, long goal. Thank you. Thank you for tainting my eyeballs. I know you're joking. I know it. I know it. Please, please tell me I'm joking. MACD lags, but you know what doesn't? RSI. And I don't take my trades off of the MACD. Now, I do have a MACD scalping strategy, but that's not active right now. But we did make a good amount off of it when we were doing it. I like my MACD to lag because I don't like early entries because those can be false, right? And to say that Market Cipher is so much better is just not true, all right? Market Cipher is better in a little bit, but you have a lot of false signals on Market Cipher as well as repainting, just like the MACD. Market Cipher is not the end all be all. The RSI is the end all be all, hands down. Do you think 56 point where'd it go? 56.5K will hold? No, I don't. I don't care if it holds. All right, that's the problem you have. If you're trading because you're expecting something to happen, all right, that's the problem you have. All right, now, like, you can speculate, and that's what we do on Livestream all the time because it's fun. But for me, it's there's no thought process in this in terms of, oh, I hope it holds. It's a simple fact. This is where price can reverse. Whether or not it does reverse is not my problem. You can't control what price action does. You can control when you enter, why you enter, and how much you're risking. That's the only thing you can ever do. So you have to kind of just let it do what it's going to do, baby boo. And sorry if I'm getting the microphone. I actually turned up my sound a little bit so I can have the microphone a little bit farther away from my face. So when I get it close to my face, I'm very sorry about that. Oh my gosh, MC says it's going down? Okay. Okay. And that's not me being confident that's going to go up. I'm just saying that we are at a point of reversal and I have to take the trade as a trader. Simple as that. Simple as that. And I do have to get back into this leverage long. What did I use before? Like a 2.4? We'll do 2.5. 25% stop. And we'll give it a second. I just want to make sure it's holding above 2004 before I enter. I don't have I can't tell you what's a good risk, what's, how much of your portfolio you should put into something. I have the best tool for leverage traders, how to use the risk reward calculator video, which I explain how to use the calculator to come to the conclusion of what you should be using in terms of leverage. It's not me telling you what you should be using in terms of leverage, but based on how much you want to risk of your account versus what your stop loss is, that's going to pump out a number. It's going to pump out what your leverage should be in order to equal that kind of risk. And as well as that, it's going to pump out a number telling you how many contracts you should use. Now, if you're using USDT, you're just going to have to match your USDT to whatever your margin size should be, but then it's the same thing, essentially. I limit whenever I can, but I'm not flopping and groping. So we've lost, like 7 trades in a row over the past, well, not in a row. We've had a couple, little tiny scalp trades in there. But if you're flopping and groping and you have 14, 15 trades in a day, that's where market fees are going to add up. But we've, over the last, we've maybe made 1 trade a day or maybe even some days where we didn't make a trade because price action didn't stop us out yet. But market fees are not going to kill you. All right, they're not going to kill you. If you make sure that you're making good trades, that's all that matters. No, I'll keep it open. I was debating whether or not to close my short on my ETH trade. Because, I mean, I'm up $566. I could make $500 more. Yeah, I'll keep it open because we have a really good long trade on Bitcoin. And obviously, if the hedge trade on ETH works out, we'll come out on top anyways. I was just kind of debating because of the way Bitcoin is sitting right now at a point of reversal. I don't know if I want to get out of my short. We'll keep it open. Just in case. Just in case. And I want to let you guys know I am making the plans like we talked about. Beginning of next month, I'm going to start a giveaway. Probably what I'm going to do is, depending on how much money we have to give away, I'm either going to do multiple streams and then do a couple winners per stream. Because obviously, back when I only had 100 viewers, I could do 10 winners, and that's 10% of the people that are watching me win something. So I'm going to give it a month, see what we got, and then I'm going to do a couple giveaways. Yeah, we'll do that. Wolfpack ID is pretty cool. I used to use that a long time ago. Right, so you buy EOS from Coinbase, then transfer that to Bybit, and then trade you using EOS. No, so I buy it on Coinbase, I transfer it to Bybit, and then while it's on Bybit, I convert it into USDT or whatever other coin I'm using to trade. You can't use EOS to trade everything. You can only use EOS to trade EOS inverse perpetual. You have to kind of do other things if you're going to do anything else. How did I start trading? When I was 18, I had a lot of money left over from the bull run in 2016, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I got my A plus. I was going to go start working on my Net Plus and my Security Plus, and I wanted to be a network engineer for somebody. Um, but I don't know. I just kind of started to trade. I got used to Bybit, and I fell in love with it because it's such an interesting concept. And then once you learn how beautiful it is in terms of how stuff works out and how simplistic it can be almost, it becomes a lot easier. And it's been awesome. It's been really awesome. I know Bybit has a fiat exchange, I believe now, but the only problem is if you're in a restricted country, it's really not going to work. So that's why I have to transfer crypto, but it's fine by me. A couple extra fees, but we're doing our thing. Doing our thing. That's usually how it goes, Daniel. I don't blame them. Like when I first started really getting into trading, not just speculating, I definitely went that route. I've tried everything. I've tried Gonfans, Market Cipher, RSI, MACD, Wolfpack Indicator, Whale Buy Sell, just 1,000 different indicators that didn't help me at all. When all this time, all I had to do was change one setting on the RSI and just look at local lows, local lows, and local highs. It couldn't be more simple. And I'm not saying that because, I want you guys to just go risk all your money. Trading is simple if you let it be simple. People that put too much critical thought into the market just get critical nonsense out of it. The market works in a particular way, and human emotions play no part in that. And you sitting here staring at the screen, the only time that I'm really sitting staring at my charts is when I'm streaming. Any other time of the day, it's literally minimized and I have an alert. That's it. Because like I told you in the trading strategy, if you guys are in the Telegram, only pay attention to price action when you need to pay attention to price action. Other than that, there's nothing that you can do. You sitting there staring at your charts is not going to make it go up or down. Do what you do. Like I said, understand what you control and understand what you don't control. And the one thing primarily that you don't control is the market. Understand that the only thing that you can affect is when you enter, why you enter, and how much you risk. Besides that, there's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. There's not a tweet in the world that's going to save your trade. Local hoes near you. Nah, but this new camera though is actually pretty awesome. So it's the Sony A7R3, I believe. And it's 42 megapixels instead of 24 megapixels. So I got double the resolution. I can stream in 4K 30 FPS or 1080p 120 FPS. And that way, obviously, it helps with the green screen and everything. And obviously the autofocus. But beyond that, like if I wanted to, I could zoom in on my face. I don't know if we have it on the cam link or we have. Okay, I need to change this. I might get stuck in an unflattering position, so don't yell at me. And then we can go to... Oh, lost it. Go to auto frame. See, I can punch in so much. How profitable is trading for you? Well, I hate to bring this up again, but I turned $100 into $100,000 in 2 months, so I would say pretty damn profitable. Now, is that the case for everybody? No. But we've turned a $1,500 account into $5K in like 2.5, 3 weeks. So, I mean, it's not the most, if you do it correctly, it can be very profitable. And obviously with a little bit of luck, like in terms of the trades and the probabilities actually going your direction, the trades are going to be the trades. You should have a structure on how you enter trades. So when I talk about luck, I'm not talking about you gambling and just going willy-nilly into a long or into a short. But when you enter a trade, does that trade actually work out? And like a trade that fails can be like all the trades that I've taken the past couple of days that I've lost and lost and lost and lost. Every single one of those trades was a valid trade. But the probability wasn't in my favor, which sucks. It sucks. It sucks so much. The manipulation. The manipulation. Eric, how you doing, man? What's going on? How do I do taxes if I'm using a VPN on Bybit in the US? I have my Bybit API hooked up to a cryptotracker.com. And then it prints out what I owe based on my capital gains. Simple as that. I pay attention to candles. I don't pay it. I used to look at so much stuff. I used to look at, Bookmap. I used to look at Trading Light. I used to look at open interest. I used to look at so much stuff. Open interest is still a very good thing in my opinion. But when it comes to just making stuff simple and easy, I make enough money just playing candlesticks. All right. I'm not looking to make the most amount of money known to man. I'm just looking to pay my bills and have a fun time and just trade. Right. And what I'm doing right now is working. So why not keep to it? Do I feel that vaping gives me an edge over the market? No. If I had no nicotine addiction and I didn't have a tolerance, maybe if I took like a quick puff, it would give me like some sort of energy. But right now, nicotine is just like a necessity to be alive at this point, which I hate to say, but is what it is. All right. With that being said, I kind of went over the charts, what I thought about them. You guys saw my trades, what my thought process is. It's Saturday night. You can't expect much from me, but we streamed for an hour. Like I said, we missed Friday, so I did want to keep a 5-week, weekday schedule. So we went live on Saturday. It wasn't a show off. I just made a promise to everybody on Telegram that I would stream on Saturday if I did not get to it on Friday. So we're going to go ahead and log off for tonight. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for showing up as always. And we'll be back, we'll be back on Monday around 2 p.m. EST. And then hopefully we got some good news as always, hopefully. But, I'm a trader. Every day is bad news, right? Leverage traders get wrecked. That's what happens. Fishy, I'm almost done. Chillax. Frankie. Good night, Frankie. Jared, good night, buddy. Werner, have a good night, man. Kristen, thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you. Cryptobug, it was an hour. So it wasn't quick. But definitely, like, we usually go for about 2 to 3 hours. So, like I said, it's a Saturday night. What can you expect from me? I want to just chillax and get my TV set up. Maybe play a couple video games. Who knows? Outriders just came out. I want to try that out. But I do appreciate you guys very much. Akram, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but thank you very much. Good night, bro. Appreciate you. Curtis, thank you. Custard, thanks. Thank you. Dude, what Wolf of Bitcoin. What more do you want from me? All right, there's about 700 videos on my strategy. They're all live streams. All right, I have a couple videos that are private on the Telegram, but that's not to make me, get people to just go to the Telegram. I share what I know through the live stream. I feel like it's the best way because you got live questions, people asking this, and that. It's the best thing, in my opinion, because then you get to see me think. If I make a video displaying exactly how to do everything, I can edit it, I can film it, I can stop the video, do this, and that. Although that does condense the information down, you can't see my thought process. And the whole thing of my channel is what it's like to be an honest trader. Show my losses, show my wins, show how I do things, my thought process. That's why I do live streams. And I hate to admit it, it's because I'm lazy. I hate editing so much. All of my videos on my channel have been one takes, regardless if it's a live stream or regardless if it's just a regular video. It's just one takes. I hate editing so much. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And we'll get to it. I'll see you guys on Monday, 2 p.m. EST. Let's go ahead and choose the song for the outro. Maybe something out a little bit. We'll go with Alan Watts. All right, we'll do Alan Watts' Dream. Okay. So it's 5 minutes long and out in the live stream. Listen to it. Might help you. All right, guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. And, yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and do a little thingy thing. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Bye!
If you awaken from this illusion and you understand that black implies white, self implies other, life implies death, or shall I say, death implies life, you can feel yourself not as a stranger in the world, not as something here on probation, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental. What you are basically, deep, deep down, far, far in, is simply the fabric and structure of existence itself. So, say in Hindu mythology, they say that the world is the drama of God. God is not something in Hindu mythology with a white beard that sits on a throne and that has royal prerogatives. God in Indian mythology is the self, Satchidananda, which means Sat, that which is, Chit, that which is consciousness, that which is Ananda is bliss. And in other words, what exists, reality itself, is gorgeous. It is the plenum, the fullness of total joy. Wow-wee. And all those stars, if you look out in the sky, as a firework display like you see on the 4th of July, which is a great occasion for celebration. The universe is a celebration. It is a fireworks show to celebrate that existence is. Wow-wee. And then they say, but however, there's no point just in sustaining bliss. Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could, for example, have the power within one night to dream 75 years of time. Or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure you could conceive. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't know what it's going to be. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it? And then you would get more and more adventurous, and you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now. You would dream the dream of living the life that you are actually living today. That would be within the infinite multiplicity of choices you would have, of playing that you weren't God. Because the whole nature of the Godhead, according to this idea, is to play that he's not. The first thing he says to himself is, man, get lost. Because he gives himself away. The nature of love is self-abandonment, not clinging to oneself, throwing yourself out, as in, for example, in basketball, you're always getting rid of the ball. You say to the other fellow, have a ball, see? And that keeps things moving. That's the nature of life. So in this idea then, everybody is fundamentally the ultimate reality. Not God in a politically kingly sense, but God in the sense of being the self, the deep down basic whatever there is. And you're all that, only you're pretending you're not.